Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. 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 Touchdown, yeah. Touchdown, yeah. Touchdown, yeah.
Greetings and salutations. Coming to you live from World Headquarters. Now, is that just a plain old Marvel shirt, or is that a character also?
No, it has what it is. It has the symbols of see, this one is Spider-Man. Then it has Captain America.
Oh,
and
nice.
Iron Man.
Nice.
It has a different but you know the number one, they got Spider-Man up there first.
Yes. So yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, we're gonna get there.
Yeah. We'll hang a star on that one, folks. But welcome to number 215 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. He is Mizzle, and I am just a Blackskin, and we are getting closer to our 4th anniversary special.
And your nephew is cooking up something special for the intro.
Oh baby. Well, that'll be really interesting. A lot of things happening here in the wide world of sports. We will get to that in just a second. But nonetheless, before we get to the stuff that happened in the Boston Harbor,
fuck that team.
The passion that will be unleashed by Mizzle Mason will be disclosed, and parental discretion is advised. So just keep that in mind, folks.
Yeah,
but
if you got children, they shouldn't really be watching this show on certain episodes.
We
are a child-friendly show, but on certain episodes, we don't tend to hold punches on here. I say what the fuck I want to say.
But when it comes to teams that we don't like, there's a little bit more.
I know my cousin said that in the comments, and he doesn't cuss, because he's a well-respected young man. But hey, his cousin right here, fuck that team. I got you, cuz. Fuck that team all day, every day. There it is.
Well,
I'll say what he can't say.
Well, I just read Kay's comments that you laughed at, and
yes.
I just laughed at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yes, and still.
Well, with me and Kay had that same special sentiment yesterday. So on the last edition. So, that's one thing that we get along.
Yeah.
And I did send him that Brandon Ayuk video, so you know how he felt about that.
Well, here, and we'll start with that. Now, here's what I said, and of course, oh yeah, and you and JP read what I typed. I said, Look here, okay. First off, you want Amon-Ra St. Brown money. You are not a number one wide receiver. Now, yes, you have improved and gotten better every year you've been in the league.
Yes.
And you were in Shanahan's doghouse, and you fought your way, and you got out, and you played better. But again, Steve Spagnuolo on purpose went to a man-to-man defense, and you and Tyshawn could not get past L'Jarius Sneed and McDuffie in the Super Bowl. As talented as you were, both of y'all could not get past McDuffie and Sneed in one-on-one man-to-man coverage. And then when you thought y'all had a step, they ended up batting away passes in the Super Bowl because Purdy did try to throw it deep. Okay? Now again, I'm red and gold faithful till I die. Just like he is silver and black till he dies. And we are much worse on our teams when they lose as opposed to when they win. Because
hell, I'm harder on them when they win. Shit.
Well, that too. But I can go all in when they lose because that's just what I do. Because
I'm accustomed to it, so it's easy for me.
Well, of course, that's the Raider. That's well, come on now with that. We don't need to go over the Raider rules. We've gone over the rules many times, told by the Raider legend Matt Millen, as he said so many times. But nonetheless, you want Amon-Ra St. Brown money somewhere in the $26 million range. You're not worth that. Okay. Secondly, ask your teammate Tyshawn how holding out worked out for him, because
Not
it
very
didn't.
well.
Because he came off his best season in 2021, catching 77 catches for 1,405 yards, 6 touchdown passes. And I will say this, without his play, I'll say in 2 of the 3 playoff games, because I still don't understand to this day how the Niners won that game in Green Bay. I don't. The block, it took a miracle block punt and enough offense on that last drive for Robbie Gould to kick that field, because I don't know how they won that game in Green Bay with the weather the way it was and Rodgers playing at the top of his game at that time before he left. But in 2021, the Niners don't even sniff that without the play of Deebo Samuel, and that's just the guy, and that's just the God honest truth.
It's true.
However, he held out, talking about he wanted to get traded because he didn't want to be a wideback no more. And how did it work out for him? Deebo only had 632 yards receiving for that season. He struggled. Again, go through the history books, and I'll answer your question in a second. You go through the history books. When you normally hold out for a contract, it normally does not work out well for you.
It doesn't work out too good.
Okay? And you have heard myself say many times, you have heard Mizzle say many times, honor your contract.
You signed it.
Honor it.
You signed it. You know what you signed up for.
You want to know why Larry Fitzgerald kept getting paid by the Arizona Cardinals?
He never gave him a problem.
He honored his contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's called being a professional, folks.
That's it. Yeah, well. But then again, we have to look at for the other perspective side of it, though, too. Even though they do have their contracts and they're still doing that, it's more like the security part of it, maybe. But still, honor your contract. Honor what you signed up for.
Okay, yes, there's no question. Yes, you have outplayed your rookie contract. I get it. I understand that. I'm not that you won't get no argument from me on that. But however, you're still under contract for one season. Play the season out. Show up to camp when you're supposed to show up to camp. Put in the work. Continue to improve, and just maybe, you might get a deal. But to answer your question, cuz here's the thing: if you feel like,
what's happening, Unc?
If you feel like, hang on, Bobby, if you feel like they don't want you there, then don't show up.
Bye.
Hold out.
What's our motto, Doug? What's our motto? We only want players that want to be there.
Yes.
Oos.
Here it comes. The open mic hour has just begun here on the Mizzle Dub Show. Oos has been going ham since yesterday morning. But nonetheless, if you want to leave, leave. Like I said, heaven forbid that you hold out, you suck, and heaven forbid that Ricky Pearsall, and I know JP has his issues with where he was drafted, but if Ricky Pearsall balls out, it's going to make Ayuk look worse.
Yeah. Well, obviously you drafted for a reason. Somebody's leaving. Somebody's going.
Somebody's leaving.
Deebo or Ayuk is going. One of them two is going. And they've been trying to take calls for both of them. So we'll see.
But here's the thing. Ayuk might probably leave because, again, Deebo got paid first. Which, again, you can utilize you can utilize Tyshawn Rashawn a lot of different ways. And again, like I said on our draft show, I said Pearsall right now is a better route runner than Deebo and Ayuk were in their rookie years. Right now, speaking just as a rookie, because again, now if you're going to compare Deebo and Ayuk, obviously Ayuk is the better route runner than Deebo. But like I said, there's many ways you can utilize Deebo Samuel in so many different ways. So I mean,
Deebo's an athlete.
Yes.
Just an athlete.
Because with who they have right now for the Niners, truthfully speaking, this really might be the last season with who they have in tech right now. This might be their last best chance to try and get that damn elusive 6th Lombardi that they should have had twice and let it slip away because you, Kyle Shanahan, don't want to run the doggone football. But I'll save that for the NFL prediction show later on down the road. However, we're going to get right into it because some people do want to hear the passion, but there was, well,
no, we don't. We can stick on that side, brother. This is our show. If they watch us.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I will make Oos happy for a little bit for a minute because his beloved Florida Gators stay alive in Omaha in the College World Series as they fight off the NC State Wolfpack in another good game in Omaha by a final score of 5-4. But I want to give credit to the Wolfpack of NC State because their spring sports season has been fantastic.
All around basketball, both sides, the men and the women.
Yeah, they get to the Final Four. NC State gets to Omaha in the College World Series. So I mean, if you live in Raleigh, North Carolina, or live nearby, it has been a fantastic spring season for the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and you guys deserve a lot of credit and a round of applause because you guys, I mean, just a fantastic spring season. Just kudos to y'all. So I mean, y'all, you guys in Raleigh, North Carolina should be very proud of what your university has done in the spring season. Like as Mizzle just said, 100%. From the men's and the women's, each going to the Final Four, and NC State again getting to Omaha in the College World Series. Round of applause for you guys. You guys, nothing to be ashamed of. You guys have had a fantastic spring season. Also in the later game that also happened, Texas A&M beats Kentucky 5-1. So tomorrow, boy, you want to talk about old school rivalries? That's always the question, because I mean you can have it for 1 year and then the next year, I mean, college sports can fluctuate so much because you try to recapture that magic that you had a season ago, and sometimes it's just not there. You can only hope.
You just can't be UConn. You just can't like UConn, the men and the women, how they take care of business. Yeah, just can't. Yeah, it's hard.
It's very hard. And also it depends on the sport because not everybody can be Alabama in college football, as much as I can't stand the doggone Elephants, but they've been this. But the last 15 years, they've been the standard in college football without question.
They'll be human now, though.
They might fall off the wayside now that Nick Saban doesn't recognize the college football that he was coaching for so many years. But I mean, teams evolve, game evolve, rules evolve. Sometimes not for the betterment. But it just goes to be seen. But tomorrow in Omaha, we got two very good games, long-time rivals in respective conferences. At 11 a.m., we got North Carolina and Florida State. That's an elimination game. The loser goes home. So long-time rivals in the college baseball. Well, I mean, it's just been a great long-time ACC rivalry between Florida State and North Carolina. Doesn't matter what sport it's in. Of course, Mizzle understands both sides, being one of them a basketball fan and one of them a football fan. So that should be a good one.
The basketball team is a Tar Heel and the football team is Florida State. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but the elimination game tomorrow, and also in the nightcap, Kentucky and Florida, longtime SEC rivalry. So two teams will go home tomorrow in Omaha. Games at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. You can catch both those games on ESPN. And then Wednesday, Tennessee will be waiting on a winner, and we'll see what the nightcap is. And okay, let's see what we got here, as I've been told to look at something real quick. Hold on a second.
Well, we also want to interact with our Facebook followers, so let's just make sure that we answer those questions as well. Or we respond to things that have been said to us.
Unc, that is a very, Very, very good point. That is that is. If we, well, you know what? If we can, you know what? I will. Yeah, you can hang a star. You can really hang a star on that. That's a very good analogy, and a very good point. Very well said. He said that if the Niners, it gives the Niners an opportunity to get more for you without having to do much, and that's a very good point. Very good point. Because I'm pretty sure there are some more talented wide receivers coming out in college next year. So I mean, there's always that, and then not to mention you still have Ronnie Bell on the squad, second-year man for Michigan. So you still have him.
When you say that y'all had him, I started looking more because that kid can play football.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
And he was a major factor on you guys' special teams as well because he made a lot of big stops on special teams. So
yes,
the core is there. So if Ayuk don't want to be there, you know my motto: get something for him.
Yeah,
get him out of there. Just don't trade him within your conference. You know how that goes.
Or if you're gonna do that, don't trade him in the NFC West. Trade him to the East. Trade him to the South. Trade him to the North. Preferably you want to trade him to the American Football Conference.
Yeah, you want him in the AFC.
Yeah, you want him in the AFC. But I mean, that's a very good point. But
to jump, I'm gonna just to mention this to you real quick because I'm watching it. It seemed like there's a new announcer announcing WWE now. It ain't Samantha Irvin.
Okay, so
sorry, we're doing this, and I'm also watching wrestling in the background. It'll be a split second, and we'll get right back to it. I'm sorry.
So, well, the thing is, obviously we know that Ricochet, his contract is supposed to be expiring during the summer, and there's talks about him possibly going to AEW to possibly do a program with Will Ospreay, and if he does, that will make a ish load of money with those two in the ring.
A shitload of money that I might watch.
However, because Samantha is so good at what she does, I really don't think that she will leave. But right now, because storyline wise, Ricochet's injured and she's attending to taking care of her fiance.
100%.
So that's
got that.
So that's why Samantha's not there at Raw. If we're going off the storyline.
Thank you for reeling me in on the understanding about the storyline real quick because I was really about to go off on the faction that So yeah, thank you for reeling me in back on the storyline.
Yeah, because I like I said, so I mean, I know people like to, and I don't know why, because I mean, not only can Samantha announce, but Samantha can sing and she can also play the flute. Okay. When you can make a love song off of Razor Ramon's theme song, you got talent.
I'm done with you right now.
But as Debo would say, where's the lie?
There isn't one.
So for those that love, there wasn't one. So for those that love the wrestling business, go somewhere on YouTube. It was during WrestleMania weekend, this past WrestleMania 40. Samantha's at some party, and she's literally singing a song off of the Razor Ramon theme and playing her flute because she's a very talented flute player. In addition to where she has a very talented singing voice. For those that don't know that she auditioned for America's Got Talent. Many moons ago before she got discovered by World Wrestling Entertainment. And like I said, right now she's it's tough not to say that she's the best ring announcer going on right now in ring announcing because I mean, you know.
Yeah. And it's not a far drop off to go from Lillian to her because we already know Lillian handled her business.
Yeah. But I mean, I go and people like to, clown her because she's like, why is she crying and faking and whatnot? Because what a lot of people don't know, she purposely requests that she does not know the results of the matches, so her announcement can be as
reactions
authentic.
Are real. Yeah,
it can be as authentic as it can because, like I said, when she was all crying when when Cody finally finished the story at WrestleMania 40, and the way how she really could not get it out. And I said that day, and this is just my opinion. I said she was literally paying tribute to Dusty the way that Tom Miller, the longtime old NWA ring announcer, announced the last time Dusty won the world title when he beat Rick. I went there. Just the way he sounded when Dusty beat Flair to win his last world title. I think Samantha was paying tribute in some way of how she announced the way Cody won the world title, beating Roman Reigns. Again, I've been watching this. I've been watching this for dang near all my life. So, and some would say I'm a historian, as a child likes to call me the almanac per se. But that's just that's just tying things in together. But nonetheless,
I mean, you are walking encyclopedia.
I do my best. I do my best, but nonetheless,
I mean, you're like 1A and I'm like 1B, so
yeah. Trust me, when he actually gets me on something, he feels like he's accomplished something. He's like, "Damn it,
you damn right." I'll drink to that shit, because that's an actual factual statement right there. And it's hard to get this man. It is real hard. And not say that I try to do it on purpose, but when I hit him with something, he was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." I'd be like, "Oh."
He's like,
"Yes."
He's like, "I will take it." It's like Beavis and BTS. Yes. which, by the way, thank you, Comedy Central, for picking up another season of Beavis and Butthead. Yes. Always a pleasure to watch those two do stupid stuff and just laugh.
And you know what? And I can sit here and say this as an adult now. I was not allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead when it first came out, but at the time it came on, my parents were asleep and I was fucking watching that shit. That's about one of the only times I will rebel, because that shit was too funny. They didn't want me watching it. I was F that. That shit was too funny. Them dudes was crazy. Hey. And then then it was like they're like, all right. But at one point, I was not allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead, but I sure did.
Just them trying to dance to hip hop stuff just made it all the more hilarious. Then Beavis twerking on the couch.
Who was hitting it?
But no, I did not understand the Butthead or Beavis kicking their feet in the air and just oh Lord. But like I said, still not looking forward to hear Tom Brady in the booth.
Cool. Nobody is.
And nonetheless, we'll finally get into it. But yes, there will be a new banner hung in the association, as the Boston Celtics did finish the job, and they will hang up their 18th banner in franchise history as they beat the Dallas Mavericks 106-88 to complete the gentleman's sweep in the NBA Finals. And as you can see, the look on my face of my co-host is one of disdained and disgust, as his rival to his beloved Philadelphia 76ers will indeed hang up another banner on the parquet floor in the TD Garden. Of course, Boston celebrates its first championship since they won it back 16 years ago in the 2007-2008 season, although they did beat the Lakers. So that does get a good pass, because anytime you beat the Lakers in the finals is always a good thing. But nevertheless, Jaylen Brown wins the Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP award. Well earned, well deserved. And folks, I'm just going to tell you right now, you may hear a lot of passion come out of my co-host right now, because, as you know, he does root for the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Sixers and Celtics have had a long time outstanding rivalry in the National Basketball Association. So, what he says...
Do you know how bad this is? Like I already had to say this on one of our other previous shows.
Hey,
Is that
it was just
I had to sit
as
here and say that how the year has gone on for me. That I had to literally sit here and watch your shit organization play in the Super Bowl against another shit organization from Kansas City play the Super Bowl in my team's stadium. So now we have that. I've witnessed that twice. Now I have to see the Boston Celtics get into the finals twice. The first time was against our beloved Golden State Warriors as well. As I'm a Sixer fan, but the Warriors handle business.
Yes.
But now just to sit here and have to say and be professional and say the Boston Celtics won a finals on our show.
Hey, it's just as bad as me saying the doggone Inglewood Rams winning the Super Bowl when my team was up for most of that game. Hey, well, I mean, this NBA Finals, and that's a very good comment, Elite. This finals will be known as really
there will
not
be no Celtics comments posted on this show. This is Mizzle A. Smith is not going for that blasphemy. We will not do this slander on this show. I don't care about how you feel about your organization. We're not doing this. We won't do it. And I damn sure won't post that damn clover leaf that was posted. That won't happen. Maybe if you find a leprechaun, maybe. But that won't get posted.
But I'll post that one.
That's warrant. But yeah, we won't put that other slander on here. We can't do that. We can't do that. We're trying to get paid.
But oh boy. But I mean, I will remember this finals as a non-competitive finals just because, I mean, really outside of game 3, which maybe was the only closest game out of the whole entire series. But I mean, realistically speaking, every other game was a blowout. Now, again, Boston was favored to win the finals, and rightfully so. Boston had the best record in the NBA. There's no dispute about that. They were highly favored coming into the season. Totally understand that. But again, Boston's question was always, could they close out and finish? Because that's been a problem for the Celtics in this particular run that this core has been. Well, I mean, really, truthfully speaking, you have to give Boston's defense credit because they really put clamps on Kyrie. Kyrie was really not much of a factor at all in this series. It was pretty much Luka Doncic by himself. Pretty much. And it, as I try to find the final stats here for this finals, because coming into this game, I mean, I think Luka was the highest average scorer in the finals in this series. Possibly. I'll say this: OKC, Minnesota, or Denver probably would have gave the Celtics a more competitive matchup in the finals. One of those 3 teams, without question. One of those 3 teams.
I don't disagree with that one.
So there you have it with that. So if I can find it here, okay. So coming into the series, basically, Tatum and Brown were averaging the same amount of points. They were each averaging 20, but by 8/10, I guess. Brown was averaging 20.8, Tatum 20.0. Rebounds, obviously, 4.5 for Brown, 7.5 for Tatum. Assist, 4.5 for Brown, 6.5 for Tatum. But they gave Jaylen Brown the MVP. But
we got it right.
But for Dallas, coming into Game 5, Luka was averaging 29.5 per game for Dallas, averaging 8 and 5 assists. Kyrie averaging 21, but Kyrie struggled to average that 21 points. With the exception of Game 3, Kyrie really really did not have a good series shooting the ball. Prospectively speaking, Boston shot from 3-point range a lot better than Dallas did in this series. It seemed like every 3-point shot Boston make, they seemed to get a lucky bounce. You knew the game was over. You knew Game 5 was over when Pritchard hit that half-court shot.
Yep.
At the end of the half. Well, actually, it was behind the half-court line, but when he made that, really? Oh yeah, it was behind the half-court line, and he made all net. Didn't go off the glass. Didn't go off the rim.
Yeah, I did see it.
Straight all twine. But when he made that shot, I'm like, oh, it's in the bag. Number 18 is getting raised tonight for sure.
Well, we knew that it was gonna happen tonight, and like Unc said in the Facebook chat, Boston lost on purpose, in Dallas so they can win it at home. And you clearly saw that because they were the team that they were up to Game 4. Games 1, 2, and 3. That's how they played. How they played tonight. So, kudos to Boston. It pays me to say that. It pays me to see them hoist another one, and it is what it is. But they did get the MVP though, right? They.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can see where I see where Tatum could have wanted it to, and I heard what Stephen A. Smith was saying, but Jaylen Brown was that consistent throughout every game.
Yes.
So that's what your MVP is about right there. So that was well deserved. So
absolutely, yes.
That's about the only shout out that the damn Boston Celtics is going to get out of my damn mouth.
Well, I will say this: Boston by far was the better team.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why it's very rare. It's very rare in today's sports that the team that has the best record wins the championship. Because nowadays in sports, for example, I go back to baseball. You had a 90-win team and an 84-win team in last year's World Series.
Mm-hmm.
The Baltimore Orioles had the best record in baseball, and they didn't even get to the American League Championship Series. So I mean, like the parity in today's sports is not like it was back then when Mizzle and I were younger. Because, for example, when me and Mizzle were in high school and we were, early teens, it was okay. Who are the Bulls going to beat in the finals? Because you knew Chicago was getting to the NBA Finals out of the East. You knew that
there was no.
There was no what ifs or who could possibly. You think, okay, well, maybe the Knicks can give him a series, maybe Miami can give him a series, maybe Indiana can give him a series,
possibly.
But you knew at the end of the day, MJ and the Bulls were coming out of the Eastern Conference in the NBA and getting to the finals. The question was, okay, who's going to try to challenge them in the West?
Yep, Utah,
Phoenix,
Portland,
Houston, Portland.
Yep.
Seattle before they became the Thunder, but that's
was always it.
But that was always your question.
Yeah,
that was it.
100%.
Okay, now today, it dang there could be anybody in the NBA who possibly can get there. So it's very rare teams that have the best record win nowadays. It's not. Well, I mean, no one's going to question that. I mean that's. I mean that's like peas and carrots. Now the only thing I will say
that's the argument right there.
The only thing I will say by far, Jaylen Brown is a better shooter and is way more athletic than Scottie Pippen.
You won't get an argument out of me on that one.
Now
that's why I say that's where we can have a good argument on that.
We can have a good argument.
Now Scottie Pippen defense.
Yes. Yes.
100% hands down.
Yes.
100%. But now offensive wise, I don't think he's good as Jaylen Brown is offensive wise. Jaylen Brown can take over a game. Scottie Pippen can't take over a game. He cannot take over a game. Not at all. Jaylen Brown carried the Celtics per se a little bit. And he was a lot better than Tatum in selective games. Yes, Tatum had his spurts here or there, but you got yeah. Scottie Pippen defense, hands down. You won't get an argument out of me at all on that. Jaylen Brown's offense, you're not comparing Jaylen Brown to Scottie Pippen. That's not happening with me. We won't discuss that. I would have to question your NBA knowledge if we're going there. Oh, of course. We're not gonna. You're definitely not gonna get no argument from me and my brother on that one. But I'm just saying, Jaylen Brown, Scottie Pippen. We just got to talk about and what sucks about this argument, because the same argument about Jordan LeBron, it's the errors that are played. The way the era that Jaylen Brown is now, it fits that way. Scottie Pippen's era, Jaylen Brown won't probably be prolific in that era, vice versa. So, but definitely not going to take away from you saying that defense wins championships. That's damn near in all sports.
That's a very good point, Adam, on why shoot so many threes. Because, I mean, I go back to earlier in the first half to where they missed a three-pointer. They missed the three-pointer, and I don't know if it was Lively or I forgot who was under the rim, but they had an easy putback, and they decided to kick it back out for a three-point shot. I'm like, no. If the 3-point shot's not working, and the 2-point shot is, go underneath, put it back in the basket.
You know, I know about that. Somebody decided that they didn't want to go up and make a layup because they was scared to go to the free throw line. All he had to do was dunk the ball. So yeah, I definitely know about that, Adam. Oh, you damn right I did.
Oh, baby.
Fuck Ben Simmons.
Oh, he went there. Oh, oh boy. Oh, baby.
I know we're so sitting here talking about the Celtics. My bad. My bad. But I like the comparison, Jaylen Brown and Scottie Pippen. But I'm if I'm talking about where we're playing at right now, I'm taking Jaylen Brown over Scottie Pippen because of what Jaylen Brown does on the offensive side. But also Jaylen Brown is a good defensive player. Not as good as Scottie, but he's a good defensive player, but he's more offensive than Scottie, which is how it goes now and what basketball is right now. But that's that's a good comparison.
Yeah, a very good comparison. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics now go back ahead of the team that we dislike in purple and gold. That's about the only good thing about that is they're ahead of they are ahead of that doggone team. But here's the funny thing. Yes, we know Boston has 18. The Lakers have, well, I like to say 16 and a half, but that's just how I feel.
No, speak on it. No, speak on it. Hey, the Lakers fans and organization can count that as a whole championship, but the Mizzle and Dub show ain't counting that as a whole championship because we do count the Spurs championship as a 0.5. So if we're going to count it that way, Dub, that's what we're going to do.
Hey, well, I mean, hey.
But there's no argument for me right there.
No.
I mean, hey, you know what? This Boston Celtics fan is just trying to find a way to get his way on the with the quotes. You can say that today because the Celtics won, and they are now. Isn't it 1 over? Isn't it 18 for the Celtics and 17 for the Lakers?
Yeah, and guess who's in third place?
Enlighten me.
Our beloved Golden State Warriors are in third place all time in NBA championships.
Well, you don't say.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah, and the fact that the Warriors are one of the teams that denied the Celtics to get 18, I'll take that too.
Oh, you damn right. You see? I also thought about putting on my Golden State Warriors shirt because the last one championship shirt because that's the last one when they won that beat the Celtics. So I wasn't trying to be that petty today. I thought about it.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Well, I would say you can blame that on the coaching though. Why are you allowing
Yeah,
your team to shoot that many threes?
yeah, yeah.
In some in
Especially,
some in some way, somehow, you have to be the coach and tell your team that that's not working for us right now. That we need to find a way to find what's working for us. A lot of it does follow it's kind of hard to say, but if they're shooting too many threes, you when you call that timeout and you bring your team to the side, hey, look here, the 3-pointer just ain't working for us. Let's see how it works down low. I mean, you cannot deny if it's an open three, it's those contested threes that are the ones that hurt the most. Now, if you're missing wide open threes, then that just sucks.
yeah, it is.
Hey, whoa. You must be talking about Dub on that one. Because this guy has nothing of that caliber around here.
He said Sixers gear. He's talking about your
Oh,
76ers.
Sixers gear. No. I would rather the more disrespect would have been the Warriors championship shirt because they beat the Celtics.
There you go.
Celtics always beat my Sixers.
So just breaking news, as probably noted, but Kristaps Porzingis will need leg surgery. Again, what he did in the finals, pretty much on one leg, was pretty impressive to say the least. And he was a big factor in Boston winning their 18th Larry O'Brien Trophy. But I mean, he was just tremendous.
Do we classify him in the Terrell Owens category for playing on one leg?
Well, he didn't play the whole finals. Now, T.O. literally played the whole entire Super Bowl on one freaking leg and caught 9 catches for $122 in a losing effort against the doggone Patriots.
Some way, somehow, you had to give that man the MVP in the losing fashion. I'm sorry. That was a tremendous display. Even though you may not like Terrell Owens, but
elite, yes, facts upon facts. Yes, that really did happen. James Harden,
and that's his fault.
And James Harden,
and that's the coach's fault.
And James Harden couldn't hit the side of a barn.
Nope. I mean, nobody couldn't hit 3-pointers in that series though, in that game. But why the coach was still allowing that to happen? I would never know.
And James Harden had the audacity to say they're not that good. Where are you when it needs to be counted, James Harden? Huh? Where are you when your team needs you in a Game 7, James Harden? I'm still looking for you. I'm still looking. I don't see no James Harden because you disappeared.
You know he did to my Sixers.
You disappeared in 2012 in the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat. Didn't see you.
Didn't see him. He was nowhere near.
And that's another good fact to lead. That's another good fact. And I really don't want to throw shade on the Celtics champion parade because, like I said, without question, they earned it. They went 16-3, a very impressive postseason run. But how be ever, the Miami Heat, Harden was combing his beard.
Not combing his beard at a strip club.
No, he wasn't, because if he was really combing his beard, it would be precise and neat, and he would be using beard oil and beard cream. No, he was not combing his beard, because that's one of the ugliest beards of all time.
Or he would be using my cousin's, my family's products to take care of that beard.
Yeah, which I need to get some for me, for crying out loud.
Yes, you do.
Which, by the way, we need to promote that also. Promote his page.
I'll get that. I'll get a picture of it and I'll put it in our things.
But however, a spade must be called a spade, because the Boston Celtics played a Miami Heat team with no Jimmy Butler. And we all know, with Jimmy Butler playing in that series, it at least goes 6, if not 7. With the way those two teams have gone at it the last couple of times those two have played in playoff series. Of course, against the Pacers in the conference finals, no Tyrese Halliburton. We know how that went. Even though they got by the Cavaliers, they struggled in the 2 games that Donovan Mitchell did not play. So people like to throw shade on the Warriors because, well, people are hurting their. I get it, I understand it, but you play with who you got.
Didn't they beat a full strength Boston Celtics team though?
2 years ago, yes, they did.
Oh, then there's no question. But so here's what did you hear what Joel Embiid said?
Besides F the Celtics?
Well, that's 100%. But he said that they had it easy because every team they played, there was an injury. He's like, I was hurt, yada, 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 yada. So I'm not going to take that away from the Celtics because, like you just said right here, you play to win the game, no matter what's in the you
play with what you have because, I mean,
next man up.
Because, I mean, technically,
you think they're going to complain?
Exactly.
No.
As I've said so many times.
No.
Do you think the 1989 Bad Boy Pistons are going to give back their ring because Magic Johnson and Byron Scott were not available? No, they're not.
No.
Okay. No. Do you think the Spurs of 1999 are going to give back half their ring because Patrick Ewing was not available? No. And I guarantee you the 2019 Raptors at the expense of my Warriors are not going to give their back because Clay and KD both got hurt. Come on now. It's not going to say in the record books, oh, this team won because so-and-so didn't play. It's going to say what teams played, who won, and in how many games. That's just the facts. That's just the God-honest truth.
Now, did KD show you in that few minutes that he played that series could have been different if he was playing at full strength? Oh, he sure did because he was out there getting buckets. And I was like, oh, but yeah. Let's see what we got. Do y'all think a co-ed basketball league would draw? No.
Too much ego. Ego.
Because you're gonna not only just not the ego with that, bro. You're gonna try to have to figure out where they can where the boundaries where they can shoot.
Yes. Well, not just that. What kind of defense are you playing? I mean, do you really want to flagrant foul a woman if you're a man? No.
Exactly.
No.
It will be just the rules will be just ridiculous. So there's no point. No. Stick to just playing competition in the All-Star like Curry and that one. I can't think of her name at the moment right now. What they did with the 3-point contest. No. I don't want to see that. I don't think it would be entertaining for me to watch.
No.
As much as I love sports, you can give me any kind of sport, and if it's entertaining, I'll watch. But I won't watch that.
Okay. If you want to do it like the Rock and Jock B-Ball Jam, yes, I'm showing my age, which I really do miss the Rock and Jock on MTV. I was a huge fan of the Rock and Jock softball and Rock and Jock basketball. The Violators and the Bricklayers. Yes, I even remember the teams' names. Yes, I do.
I do too. That's why I'm over here cracking.
But that was some back when MTV was MTV.
It
Yeah,
was
back when.
entertaining.
Yes, Debo, I went there. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now,
He did
if
go there.
MTV decides to bring that back, sign me up. I'll commentate that wholeheartedly. Yes.
He'll probably do
MTV
it for
brings
free.
MTV brings that back. You could have me and Mizzle be Steve Albert and the late great Ken Ober of MTV's Remote Control.
Don't get us started.
Yeah, I really am showing my age now talking about Remote Control, but Remote Control was a damn good show on MTV. For those that don't know,
MTV had good quality TV.
yes, it did back in the day. Yes, it did. I mean, things were so much better. Some of the things were so much better back in our day with shows and whatnot. Now, if you add those shows,
Yeah.
if you add those shows with today's quality cameras that we got now, oh my god,
Oh baby.
oh
Man. Talk about great quality television for sure.
yeah, talk about some 4K quality, absolutely. But it's just, I mean, but also credit once again must be given to Joe Mazzulla, who now becomes the youngest head coach in NBA history to be a NBA championship head coach, only at the age of 35, folks. And again, he came into a dicey situation.
Very dicey.
After the drama that went down with I'm going to try to pronounce his name right and not botch it. Because he is currently the head coach of the Houston Rockets.
Is it Emeka? No.
Ime Udoka.
Yes, that
who
is
was the head, who was the head coach? Who was the head coach of the Celtics when the Celtics lost the Warriors?
Dating Nia Long.
22.
Well, was dating Nia Long at the time.
Who was dating a beautiful woman in
Udoka.
Again, why would you want to let that fine woman go? I will never understand. But however, he was creeping with a white woman that was working for the Celtics in the Celtics building. Which led to him getting released by the Celtics, and how somehow he ends up getting a job coaching the Houston Rockets, I will never know. But then again, these are the Houston Rockets.
Some
these
teams
are not
just
your
can look
Rudy
past.
Tomjanovich
Some teams
head
can
coach.
just look past certain things. Yeah, this is true. This is true.
And don't get me wrong, I am all for people getting second chances, because if God gives us chance after chance after chance, with God being as merciful and just as He is,
you're not the bailiff, the jury, and the executioner.
No, I am not, and don't want to be those things, because again, like I said, that's why God is who He is. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But the circumstances that Joe Mazzulla came under to be the head coach of the Celtics, he has done an admirable job maintaining it and keeping the ship together, because I mean, he came under intense scrutiny. People were even calling for his job after underachieving the last couple of seasons, but Brad Stevens stayed faithful to him, which Brad Stevens needed to be given a whole lot of credit, because Brad Stevens went from the coach's booth, or went from the coach's seat to now executive booth, and now he is reaping the benefit. He put it together, but again, as Mizzle and I have said so many times on this show, the trade for Drew Holiday changed everything, and that was the final piece that gave Boston their 18th championship. Because, and again, me and Mizzle were trying to understand why Boston would trade Marcus Smart, and Marcus Smart was a beloved Boston Celtics. The fans absolutely love Marcus Smart. I was a Marcus Smart fan. I love the way he played. The man is a throwback. Like he can play on my team any day of the week.
100%.
Um,
100%.
that's just facts. Facts are facts. He can play on my team any day of the week. But them trading for Drew Holiday and fans, folks, I gotta tell you, my brother was absolutely pissed when he saw that alert. He was like, bruh, really? Of all teams? He was like, of all teams.
That's the reason why they're where they are now.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he was the piece.
He was the piece. And he was the final piece that put the Bucks over the Suns back in 2021.
Yes, he was.
Because people forget, Phoenix was up 2-0 in that series.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bucks won 4 straight.
Yep. Why? Because Drew Holiday put on his cape.
Him and Bobby Portis led the way defensively, and Giannis and Chris Middleton took over offensively. And that was that. And then Chris Paul, for whatever reason, decided to disappear after game 2. And then they stopped feeding Devin Booker the ball when Devin Booker got hot. I still don't understand. And I love Monty Williams. Love Monty Williams. But I'm not understanding how you're going to take the ball out of Devin Booker's hands when he is feeling it. You ride that till you can't ride it no more. But howbeiver, Drew Holiday was the final piece that put Boston on the map, and that's why they are drinking Samuel Adams to the core tonight, right now at 1:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Boston Harbor, and having a Boston Tea Party. And hopefully Captain America is safe. Protect Chris Evans. Don't let nothing happen to Captain America, which I'm sure he's celebrating big time, along with the Wahlbergs, Mark and Donnie, because of course they're big Bostonians as well. But
I could care less.
But now, here comes the question:
who stays?
First off, yes, I do. Yes, I do remember NFL Europe. Yes, I do.
Oh,
yes.
Who doesn't? That was great.
Had some very good stuff.
Yes, indeed.
Not who goes and who stays, but before that, want to give one tip of the cap to the Dallas Mavericks, because they definitely were not expected to come out of the Western Conference and get to the finals.
100%.
Which Jason Kidd did a fantastic job. They just fell short. They got to add some more pieces. Kyrie and Luka took another step together, and they can build off that. Add some more pieces, and Dallas could possibly be right back up there in the mix. But I think the Mavericks will be back. But obviously, I think the West will be stronger next year, because we know Dallas is going to retool. We know Minnesota's going to retool. We know damn sure Denver's going to retool. OKC, and of course, never count out our beloved Golden State Warriors, because the fire still burns in Joe Lacob, and it more so burns inside of Wardell. So
you still got Curry. So that's
yeah. So I mean, so don't count it out. Well, he is a dynamic player. Maybe you can have him be the shooting guard next to Kyrie. Maybe that's something that Jason Kidd might consider. You never know. Anything is definitely possible. I didn't like how they really didn't utilize him in the series as they should have. But of course, there's always the what ifs now that the NBA season is over. And let's see if there's actually some early odds for next year in the NBA. If we can go to that real quick. NBA. Oh, not NBA. NBA
Wait,
odds.
so you trying to find the odds for next man?
Yeah, well, you know Vegas always has them ready for next season. You know this.
I'm just trying to think who would be the favorite though. Would it be all the champs again? And that's kind of hard because you don't know who's staying and who's going.
True. Okay, so right now, according to no, I don't want to do the New York Times. Give me something. Sports betting. I could Sports Illustrated, USA Today, Vegas Insider, MSN. Okay, here we go. No, that's. Let's see what it is right now. Let's see. And this was posted. When was this? No, dadgummit. Okay. Hold on.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Since while you're looking that up, this Sheamus and Braun Breaker match is pretty darn good.
Oh, that's physicality, folks, at its finest.
Indeed. Ooh, man.
Oh, okay. Well, as I'm looking here, what's going on?
Is the information you're trying to provide is not giving you is the internet or just the question you asked? What you think?
It's I think it's buffering per se.
Damn buffering.
Yeah, it's always that doggone buffering. Yeah, sometimes it is.
What was the question we're trying to answer?
The odds for next season.
For NBA, okay. Let's see. I can do the same.
Wait a minute.
If I can spell right.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. So going here.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
So, right now, this is from ESPN Bet. Right now, just starting off for 2024, 2025, the Celtics are plus 280, Nuggets plus 650, Timberwolves plus 800, Mavericks plus 1,000, Bucks plus 1,000, Thunder plus 1,000, Knicks and 76ers plus 1,600, Clippers plus 2,000, Warriors plus 2,200, Cavaliers and Heat and Suns plus 2,500, Pacers and Lakers plus 3,300, Grizzlies plus 4,000, Kings plus 5,000. The Washington Wizards, the Nets, Hornets, Pistons, Blazers, and Jazz, longest odds at 500 to 1. Then, right now, Celtics, Nuggets, Timberwolves with shorter odds than 10 to 1 as of Monday. Mavericks, Bucks, Thunder are each 10 to 1. Knicks, Sixers at 16 to 1. I had no reason to wonder why Mizzle was scratching his head. And then, yes, 5-9. Yes, we know the Lakers won the in-season tournament. Yes, we understand that. That did happen. But your team rival that wears green and white won the most important trophy, the Larry, which I know was visibly frustrated because you, being a Laker fan, didn't want to see Boston hoist up number 18 to go past you again in Larry O'Brien trophies. But nonetheless, they have your beloved Lakers at plus 3,300 to win the championship, the Larry O'Brien championship next season. So those are the odds right now at this moment for next season in the NBA Finals. But now, here comes the question. Um, oh, baby. There, there you have it, folks.
Oh yes, indeed.
There you have it. Oh my 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 my. Oh me oh my.
It gets real in the chats.
It gets real in the field, but nonetheless, Celtics hoist up the 18th banner of the NBA season as they beat the Sixers, or the Sixers, as they beat the Mavericks. I'm sorry, as Orange Cassidy makes his first appearance in a long time on the Mizzle and Dove show. Celtics get the win, 106-88, winning their 18th championship in franchise history. But cuz if you're still watching, which by the way, shout out to Creative Brothers Productions. If you like video editing, photography, videos, all that stuff, please go subscribe and get together with Creative Brothers Productions if you would like to collab. But cuz if you're still watching tomorrow, how do you feel about your Oilers' chances of possibly winning Game 5 and sending it back to Edmonton for Game 6? You let me know, as the Oilers won 8-1 on Saturday to force a Game 5, but the Panthers still lead in that series 3-1. But because if you're still watching, let us know how you feel about that. And of course, before we sign off, here's what happened tonight on the diamond in Major League Baseball. As the Giants come from behind and get a comeback win against the Cubs, 7-6. Tyro Estrada hits a 3-run homer in the ninth to give the Giants the win. As the Giants are one game under 500, the Pirates beat the Reds 4-1 in Pittsburgh. Phillies beat the Padres 9-2 in Philadelphia. Cardinals beat the Marlins 7-6 in 12 innings. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 7-3 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Braves get a win at home against the Tigers 2-1. And the New York Mets thrash the Rangers 14-2 in Arlington, Texas. My goodness.
Man, right?
The doggone team in blue beat the Rockies 9-5 in Colorado. And the Angels get the win over the Milwaukee Brewers by a final score of 5-3. And that is your recap in Major League Baseball. Don't forget tomorrow, 2 games in the College World Series. Once again, it will be Kentucky and Florida in the nightcap at 4 p.m. And in the early morning, it'll be
Omaha
at 11 a.m. It'll be Florida State against North Carolina.
Nice.
So some good stuff there. And wait a minute here, folks. Okay. All right. Well, this is from boxingscene.com, and this was put together about 4 hours ago.
Okay.
Right now, representatives of both Gervonta Tank Davis and Vasily Lomachenko plan to meet shortly to discuss the possibility of staging a unification bout later on in the fall, as Lomachenko promoter Bob Arum told Boxing Scene on Monday. So we said it back on our last night's show to run the gauntlet. Well, this is a good start to possibly have Loma and Tank unify.
Let's go.
The hold on, let's see here. What division are they in? Lightweight championship. Of course, Tank currently holds the IBF lightweight title, and I think Tank has the WBC lightweight title, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right on that.
So there So Tank has the WBC lightweight title. Loma has the IBF, and Shakur Stevenson has the WBO.
Right.
And I don't know who has the WBA title, but nonetheless, possibly this week, the parties that involve Tank and Loma possibly could come together and put together a unification fight in the fall. So I'm all for that. But nonetheless, I'd like to thank everybody for coming in and watching us and hanging out with us at episode 215 of the Mizzle Dub Show, which, again, in case you were working or hiding under a rock, the Boston Celtics, for the 18th time in their prestigious franchise history, I know, I'm sorry, but we got to be professional. They win their 18th. Yes, we do have an Instagram page. Yes, we do. Thank you for asking. Love you too, Debo. We also have a TikTok page. So it is the Mizzle _and_dub_ show. So Mizzle and Dub show.
Always about that slander, Debo.
On Instagram, and of course we have a Mizzle and Dub Show TikTok page with Mizzle and Dub Show. So we're everywhere, folks. So
which we kept this show at a certain amount of time that I can cut us short. If we go over 2 hours on the show, you won't get it short. Unless I figure out how to do it the other way, which I'm still learning. But yes.
But nonetheless, we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us on episode 215. Alid, to answer your question, we really don't have set days of when we do the show, but we do try to give you at least 2 to 3 shows a week. Now, of course, as you know, for those that have been with us, rocking with us since day one, when it's NFL season, you see a lot of us on the air without question. So that tradition will continue. Now, you will still catch us from time to time. Talking about MLB, CFL. We still have the Stanley Cup Finals going around, which could possibly end tomorrow if the Panthers were to win Lord Stanley's Cup. But you'll be seeing a lot of us during football season, so just keep that in mind. But nonetheless, thank you again to everybody watching. And by the way, to our newest subscriber, which now puts us. Whoa! We got another one. We're now at 137. So 2 new subscribers today puts us at 137. To which we appreciate and say thank you to all of you guys. Also, don't forget, catch our good friends, the All Pro Joffos, on Friday at 7 p.m. And also, don't forget to catch the PBP podcast. That is the Prenatal Brothers podcast. That's normally on Tuesdays. You can catch both those shows on the Prenatal Brothers Broadcasting Production YouTube channel. So please get their subscriptions up. Don't forget to check myself, the Viking, Chris Vera, on the other side of the ball this upcoming Wednesday at 5:30. Don't forget to catch Live with 25, which is coming up real soon. So subscribe to all of his outlets. Don't forget to subscribe to Oos's page on Twitch.
Steve Brown.
Next time, Oos, when you're in here, don't forget to drop your link for your Twitch so people can come watch you on your Twitch live. As we try to promote everybody here on the Mizzle Dub Show, because if y'all support us, we want to reciprocate and return it back to you guys and get you guys some followers. But to everybody, thank you. And as always, it is 5 o'clock some damn where. And you've been watching number 215 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. And with that, I say, yeet.
Oh, a big yeet. 100% big yeet on that one. You know how it goes. We appreciate everybody watching.
Super dope beat maker on the ones and twos.
Yes, indeed. Hey, you gotta give a shout out to the producer, man. He always is the one that gets it going. Thank y'all for watching the latest edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. Holla!